What's up, superstars? We're in for another live. I hope you guys are excited and ready for round 16. I'm actually personally not super excited, to be honest, with how this is going to play out, just because I have the 11. I think I'll lose some ranks this week. Let me know in the comments if you have the 12 or the 13. That'd be really cool to see. And you should be able to score better than me this week. So there you go. There you go. Everyone's in there making some chat already. Thank you for waiting early for the 28, 27 of yous. Bunch of legends. Of course, Brenton Vickery's in there just talking it up. I suppose, look, if there's ever a year to talk it up, Brenton, this is the one, right? Given you're doing so well. It's a good stuff, mate. What's happening, bro? Good to see you live. Yeah, it's been a while. I think I did round 7, T-Banger. Was the last time I did. Burnsy, yeah, Jamie, reckon worth just straight trading to Lau to Simpkin for a cashy. Got 5 trades, 4 if made the Simpkin trade and have Grant Turpin already. No. Yeah, don't do it. If you've got Turpin already playing this week, I'd potentially suggest it if you didn't have a hooker, but yeah, that stops me saying yes. Hopgood or Maddo? Feel like Maddo's longer term, a more sure thing, but the calf is concerning. I personally think Hopgood is the slightly better option still over Maddo. If Hopgood was available this week, I still would trade him in. In terms of meaning, I didn't have him. Is Burton a trade out? Not a trade out, but like if you had maybe 10 trades or something, then sure. But other than that, I think you'd have to hold him. He's been scoring really well before that and likely not to play. Mrs. Lena Brown says hi. Welcome, Mum. Hey, bro, Cook to Ponga a good trade? Yes, on face value, given Cook will miss 3 of the next, 5 games there. So that's something to think about, but let the people know. Sorry. Yeah, like definitely on the surface, if you have a lot of trades, awesome. If not, you could probably hold, but I think Cookie's going to miss 4 of the last 12 games. Up to you on that one. The question there was, what hair gel do you use? Keep that hair so lush. Let the people know. This one is actually gel for once. I've been using wax for a long time. I bought some cheap gel in there just for just so I can launch in a little bit. The wax is kind of keep it wouldn't hold back as much when it's a bit longer. So good to see it doing its job, eh? Meow, Cameron, welcome. Daniel or Scoot for round 16 head to head. I'm gonna say he does have Marzu out. I'm gonna go with Dan this week. Scoot can't go 2 big weeks in a row, can he? Welcome, Sora or Maddo, can't really decide. I think Maddo I'm gonna really not like watching this game tonight. I have Drinkwater only, and then there's every Panthers player that I don't want to score well, and then Lukey that I don't really want to go well either, just because I had to get rid of him last week. Not good at all. Is Lemuelu a sell to Penasini? No. Turpin or Simpkin? I personally like Turpin more because he plays next couple of weeks, but Simpkin will play round 19. So whichever one you need more players for. How's it going? Keep up the awesome content. Thank you very much. I'm very well, Auntie. How are you doing? We're more than halfway through the season. Pretty crazy, hey? Hey, Jamie, love your work. Thank you, Austin. Just a question. If I have 3 edges this week, can I pop a non-player in the starting position? And will fantasy then pick the highest out of the 2 players on the bench? They won't pick the highest. Well, how it'll work, mate, is just to pop whoever plays first in the week into your interchange. And then if they do well, you just leave the non-player in the start. And if they don't do well, you bring the other guy, the third guy, into that top section there. Thoughts and Slough, I don't have any other centers. Not great. If you could trade straight swap him, if you had like 300k in the bank or something, you could straight swap. But other than that, might just have to cop it this week and then trade next week. Try and get a 10 to 15 or whatever he's gonna, whatever the option is for him there. All round, I predict to catch Vickery. Don't think I will, to be honest with you. You have an extra trade than me, and you're going to beat me a fair bit by this week. Super, thank you. Have 10 trades left, so I was thinking of Cook to Ponga. Yeah, lock that in, Jay. I think that's a great one. Cook's going to play more games, a couple more. In the next few, Totola to Gagai. Yeah, I think that is fire, like you said there. Definitely a solid one. Cheers, my dude. What do we got here? Is Tommy What do we got here? Goes away so quick. Oh, Danos. What, Jamie? What ranks is your girlfriend's team? Yeah, I love that. The fantasy amateur boys always talk about their missus team or whatever. My girlfriend does not have a team. I did not do the head-to-head squad this year. I have my team, one team only, and then we have the people squad, which is obviously not mine, but controlled by myself and Scoop. And then, well, the trades aren't, but anyway. And then my Supercoach team. So spent more time focusing on the Supercoach there than having like an extra team or my girlfriend's team or whatever it is there. Should I captain Ponga or Manu? Oh, it's tough, man. I think Manu has less risk of getting an injury or getting hurt, but Ponga's playing better right now. Forward to Hines, I captain Ponga. Yes, yes, yes. Tommy Talau is not a captaincy option this week. First try scorer for tonight. Oh, surely it's going to be a Cowboy, right? Is Velamager's going to keep scoring tries, or is he done with his threefer? Who are we going to pick? Jeremiah Nanai. I'm kidding. Hilam Lukey, his replacement. That's the I think if Nanai was playing, I would have gone with him, but his replacement Lukey, I'm going to put him as the first try scorer. And when I used to bet, I would have been wrong for the majority of the time. So look, I'm putting it out there. That means he won't score. He won't score. All right. Any way in which Marzu is a hold, could have bought anyone in the game, Cleary, and I bought Marzu. Yeah, I think you can hold him for sure, man. He plays next week, which is important in round 18, obviously, and he's a keeper, so that's good. With Cook's price, who can we get for Cook? Yeah, Sorensen's, Nat Butcher. These types of guys are going to be the best options for you. How's your team looking for round 19, Jamie? Yeah, really strong Osama. It's sitting at around that 12 mark. So me holding off on an extra trade this week helps me in round 19, because if I did go for Sorensen or these types of guys, then that is another round 19 guy out. Whereas if I just cop it a little bit this week, I'm going to go better next week and better in 19 as well. Someone just asked, what trades did I make? Just the one, mate. Tommy Talau to Kalen Ponga to shore up the wing fullback. I love Drinky to be first try scorer. That's my one trade this week. First try scorer for Drinky would be great for the people squad. I forgot to announce it in that trades video, but we actually captained Scott Drinkwater, which is pretty wild. So there you go. Sean says, you're my favourite. Well, thank you very much. Is Cody Kareem even worth trading this week to get a green dot for a mid-centre or wing/fullback? Well, Cody's going to do a great job for you next week. I have 11 on field, unfortunately, Connor. I don't want to bring any mids. If something poorly happens in my side and I do have to make a trade, it would be Damien Cook to Madison, but I will wait until the final teams are announced. If Madison is named or gets moved to the edge or through the middle, I think is a decent chance that I grab him there. Maddo will not stay in the halves. He will go back to one of those positions with Dejan Arce and Moses playing together. But look, he could play multiple games in there. But if they move Cartwright there this week, then I'd say that's how it'll be going forward. Who's a good centre that plays in round 19 as well? It's the only one, Penasini, mate. Simonson, if you want him, but he's gone up a fair bit now. He'd be a bit hard. Wilton to Bateman, I wouldn't do, just because that's an extra trade for two guys playing the exact same amount of weeks. Should we be considering Sam Verrills? Potentially next week. Burnsy asked him, I'm keen for the Ashes tonight. Yeah, what about both Ashes and Cowboys playing at 8 o'clock? I kind of don't really want to watch, for a fantasy perspective, I don't really want to watch the Cowboys game just because I do have Drinky only, fairly highly owned. I don't have Fisher Harris. There's no Moses Leota now. I don't have Scott Sorensen. I don't have Dylan Edwards. Anyone grabbing Tom Jenkins? Anyone like that? Should we check? It's 7 o'clock. It'll be pretty close to final teams coming out. Let me know in the comments. Once they come out, I will have a look as well. Admit Sorensen as a buy. I think he's definitely a solid one for sure. 7 trades, need a middle and cash out. Gone Greg to Fainu. Moses to Hines. Team value 14 mil. Got 18 guns. That's delightful, Aussie Frost. Good stuff. Oh, Hosking as well. Damn it. Forgot about him. Might have missed a few. No, actually, I'm not going too bad, actually. I forget, actually. It's round 16. There's a few less people on, but 90 for us is great. Good stuff. Play Lukey or Trent Liero. I think Lukey just. But if you have multiple, if you have the 3, but if you have an extra edge on the bench that's not playing, play Lukey tonight on the interchange and go from there. Will you hold Moses if he doesn't back up next week? Unlikely, Sean. very much unlikely. He would be my trade. I would go Moses to Tanner Boyd straight next week if that doesn't happen. Final team is out. Thank you. Confident with my Cowboys tonight? No. I think it'll be a fun game, though. I think it'll be fairly close. I'll just have a refresh on my NRL.com. Wait for that team to come out. All right. Where is the NRL late mail? Might be on there. Someone will tell me anyway, won't you? You bloody legends. Robson, probably more of a hold than Damien Cook, to be honest with you. TPJ or Nas. I would go Nas on that one. All right. Final team, is it locked in? It is locked in. Okay. So Liam Henry comes in, guys. So they lose Moses Leota, unfortunately. So that's not good. Someone asked, would you consider Teddy a keeper? Yes, 100% right now. He's been absolutely killing it. Jason Taumalolo goes back to the interchange with Jermaine Tanua-Brown going into lock. Doesn't change too much there. Spencer Leniu comes in for Leota in the starting side and no further changes to the back line. That is great news. Awesome for everyone who is looking at that. All right. Worth trading Carrigan to Hopgood, Maddo, Sorensen this week, as I already have 3-gun mids and no mids this week. You have no mids at all. I wouldn't trade Carrigan to him. There's another way. Surely you can go a Cook or Robson or something like that. You could also go Carrigan, I understand, given he is going to miss this week, have limited minutes next week, but then be out in 19 as well. I suppose you could if you want. If you have a fair few trades, sure. Just like Stel Markey there. Hey, Jamie, I've got 13 trades and 11 playing this week. Thinking of doing these trades. Weeks to Maddo / Gagai. Wow, how do you have so much cash? Or Weeks plus Lemuela to Hines plus Ramian and Stevenson. Just literally go Weeks to Maddo or Gagai. Like, lock that in, man. Nick Ramian to Gagai. NRL Clips just said. Good stuff. Would you trade Sele or Totola first? Probably Sele. I think Totola has the history. Sele doesn't. I think he's done enough to make you some cash. Totola has a fair bit of cash to make as well. This week off will do his knee wonders, and he should be good to go for next week as well. Would you trade Lukey or Robson? I think Robson just. I'd imagine you have another hooker or two. Do you have like a Turpin or a Simpkins, something like that? Is trading Moses out worth it, as I have Hines and SJ, as Moses misses quite a few games coming up? If you think that's worth a trade, then sure. He's definitely on the 50-50 list. I'll say that. Is Hosking Yasel only have 11 this week with him? No, man, you're going to play him. This is the week that he's going to do great. If you've held all this long, he's going to go good this one. Charlotte Mask as well. Trade Hosking or hold until after Origin. I think you can hold at least this week and maybe 17 and then make your decision from there, to be honest with you. Tommy Talau and Pereira to Oluwapu and Valame. Not super excited on that one. Just head-to-head wise, 10 trades left after this. Valame is not a guy you want. Oluwapu, yes. So you definitely do one of them. Maybe Pereira to Oluwapu. And then maybe hold off on the second one. Forgot to ask sorry. Yeah, we did that one. What else you got? I got Grant, Cook, and Simpkins. Reckon that's too many hookers. Long term, yeah. You probably only want 2. But you're going to want 2 guns. So Simpkins is going to do a job for you. And then you can remove him after Origin for sure. When Appy comes back. More of a trade to bring in a mid. Robbo, Carrigan, Moses out. They're all the same. They all should miss 3 games coming up. Moses should back up next week for sure. Hosking going to kill it, hopefully. Still top 4, 2RF average. Yeah, it's coming down a long way, unfortunately, though. Granville can get 40 plus. Hell yeah. I hope not. Granville for 60, someone said. Is Lukey a trade out before round 19? Yeah, I'd hold him this week. I'd hold him round 17, trade him in 19 or 18. House or Yo after Origin? Both? At least one. Either way, very, very similar scoring. House has the higher upside, though. JMK and E. Katoa, what do I do with them? Hold JMK, sell Katoa. I have 9 trades. Is Theo and AJ to Cogger and Maddo fields 13. Yep, cool. Trade Tarpany for Madison. That's a 50-50. I'm not going to push you to that one. It could backfire. It could go really good. Either way is cool. Just wait on that one until that game. So you don't so you find out where Maddo's playing. Hopefully his calf comes through and he's actually playing as well. So Teddy Taponga, no, don't like it. Face value. Bateman, Preston, and Nickera. Should I sell one of Preston or Nickera? No. You just didn't plan well enough. There's no point selling a keeper though. Two best edges for head-to-head, Dave Fifita, clear and away. Madison could be as well. He definitely could be. Guys like Bateman, for sure, are up there. But Fifita's the clear guy, and then there's a bunch of 55 to 60 guys from there. Roy, how's it going, Jamie? Who will be the best cash cow at this stage that you would hold until round 20? Got Granville and Garlic in both spots for my mids, lol. Luck of that for this round. Yeah, wow, you did get lucky with that one. Good stuff. Best cash cow at this stage. It's only Turpin and Simpkin. That is all. Hey, man, 8 trades. I've got Moses and DC. Wondering if I should trade one of them for Hines. Moses and DCE. DCE is out 16-19. Probably Moses if you want to do that. Yeah, it's definitely an option. Hey, Jamie, Ellie Katoa to Patolo with 5 trades left. Got 12 this week. Is that good or do I need 13? Nah, hold 12. 12's good. Don't waste that one. But yeah, maybe Eli Katoa is a better trade next week. You know what I mean? Like you have a better option than Patolo, considering he'll be out next week, and yeah, you get an extra number this week, but you miss out next week. Best 2 out of Bateman, IPAP, and Preston. 2 best scorers right now, just on average, is a Bateman and Preston. So up to you on that one. Do you reckon I can survive with just Fainu in my mids this week? I suppose I have only one, but that's Hopgood, so a little bit better, I suppose. You can survive for sure. Depends where you're ranked. If you're very high ranking, then I think you're in a bit of strife. If you're low ranking, I think you can still make gains this week with 11 players, especially if you have a Hines as captain, who I think will do really well. Nick says, hey, I've Buller and Drinky in my reserves, Edwards, Garrick, and Blake Wilson, lol, in my starting wing fullback lineup. Can I loop Drinky, Buller this round? Wilson didn't even get named, did he? With Braden Burns. Can I loop Drinky, Buller this round? What? Oh, you have too many. Oh, shit. Yeah, of course you can. Do Drinky first then. Given he plays first, just pop in an interchange, go from there. Yeah, man. Quickly want to appreciate the content you've been dropping for us, sir. Thank you so much, man. I love how much you guys care about the content. It obviously helps me keep the lights on, and I love doing it. So thank you. Thank you. Allowed me to move this year too. So I went up the coast. Didn't have to get a quick job straight away. So thank you. Would you prefer getting Munster and Fifita instead of getting Cleary back post-Origin? Yeah, definitely for sure. Potential. Cleary's going to be the best scorer though. Bring New South Wales will pull off a win at Suncorp. Gee, I hope so. But not holding my breath. Probably, with a little less pressure on them, that could be a good thing. Penasini or Gagai. Gagai should score more than Penasini. It's up to you on that one. When's the toss for the cricket? 7:30. Do we think Hazelwood or Boland will get picked? Let me know. All right. Hold trades for head-to-head this week. If you don't have a matchup, sure. The only reason you would trade right now is someone's going to go up way too much in price, so you just trade them in now. Queenslander. All right. Let's go. I was trading forward to Drinky, a good move. I need a wing fullback this week. Yes. Lock it in. Should I hold Payne Haas the whole year since I've kept him through suspension and Origin? Hell yeah. Has to be Scotty Boland. Bazball about to get nerfed. I hope so. I was meant to make a video. I was going to say why Bazball worked and how we can nullify it, but didn't get around to it. I'll get to it in the next couple of days. The man, the myth, the legend. Who's that? Not me. What else we got? Have we got a few more for me? What trades are you guys making? Can you explain Bazball? Yeah, just briefly until I get another couple of questions. Cricket or NRL? This is NRL. That's what this one's for. It's happening tomatoes, sideways. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, quick one on Bazball. It's just they play very expansive. They play like T20 style in test matches, and it works well because everyone has their field in close or lots of slips and stuff. So there's heaps of gaps out there. So that's the big thing there, and a little bit more confidence when you go hard the ball. That's the thing. So Australia just got to change a little bit for that. Their strategy anyway. I've only got 3 trades left, so nothing. Yeah, good work. Fainu to Simpkin, head-to-head team, 11 trades. Yes. Fainu to Simpkin. Hold on. You're not trading him, are you? That's silly. You got another guy, surely. Who's best capped out? Dylan Edwards, Drinky, Hopgood, and Bateman. Hopgood or Bateman every day of the week for me. Alamotti to Haynes. Nice. Is Moses still hold? Potentially. Lukey to Gagai. Nope. Totola to Ponga. Teddy to Matto. I'm assuming you don't need Lukey this week. Then fair enough. Hope you have a lot of trades left. Who are the best captaincy options? Hines, Hopgood, Bateman. That's it. That's all I got. Unless you want to do Tacklebot Terps, the great man. Already have Cook, Grant, Turpin. Any point in getting Simkin? No. Should you keep your sauce in the fridge or the cupboard? I always grew up cupboard. I just like it comes out a lot easier than it does from the fridge. But apparently you meant to have it in the fridge. That's all I've heard of. But I never died having it in the cupboard. And, you're thriving, right? The Orator Turpin. Hoping 12 should gain rank 59. Damn it, you're going to beat me. Unopened, cupboard, open fridge. Yeah, it's what's meant to be. Leora Turpin. If you don't need Leora, yeah, sure. If you need a hooker, awesome. Cupboard all day, yeah. Old Walsh. Might have to unsubscribe for the sauce take. That's fair. I'm pretty sure, well, the majority of my sauces are in the fridge. I think I'm barbecue. Well, I'm a tomato sauce hater. So I avoid that. But barbecue sauce, it'll stay in the cupboard. Anything aioli or the white sauces, they stay in the fridge. So have your take on that one. You're still gonna subscribe to me, yeah, man. Don't lie to me. You're here on a live stream. You love me. Come on. How's your mental health going, mate? Appreciate the content. I am doing really well, thank you, Silver. Life's working itself out a little bit. I just had my move, so just trying to get some. I'm still going back to Sydney at the moment for a couple of days, so coming back. Back to the coast for 5 days. So eventually trying to get rid of that, trying to get into some more cricket coaching and stuff like that here on the coast. Tomato sauce hater, that's a crime. Yes, very happy. Thank you for asking. I hope you're all well. Also, let me know. CNK hold, yes. Surely get to 10K subs by the end of the year. I was very excited. I got to 9,000 the other day. So big thank you to all of you guys. For the first time, 9,000. I think we're at 9,020 now, so even better. We will not get there by the end of the year. I think by February we'll be at 10. But if we beat that, even better. Can we all agree that Vegemite is disgusting? Agreed. Congrats on 9K. Thank you. Should have Captain Drinkwater, Hopgood, or Nickera? I think Hopgood or Nickera. Nickera is an actually sneaky one. I think he can score a try for sure against the Dogs. Joe the Guns. It's been a while. I've actually been going back to the gym. I've been telling this for a while. I haven't been. We're back, actually enjoying it again. So that's happy days. This is good. Do you need super an option for center? No. I love you, but no. Cheers for continuing. Yeah, we love it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Also, I miss it. Sell it, Fisher Harris. No. What round will 12 score, Jamie? Not this year. Not this year. What's we got? Most hated NRL team. I feel like in Sydney, it's Manly. It always has been. Not sure about in the other states. Let me know if you're a Queenslander. Who the most hated team is from Sydney. Broncos always as well. To be honest with you, that's the other one. Just because they won a lot, just as much as we hate Queenslanders. Who's getting the spoon this year? Who's down there at the moment? Dragons. It's allowed, but only have 468 to spend. Palga an option? No. Just hold it. I think unfortunately. Just sold the Oro for Turpin until out to Ponga with 11 trades holding 3 hookers. Captaining Bateman. Nice. Can't stand the Broncos, yeah. Less care now just because they were shit for a while. If we aren't going to buy Nico this week, who should we captain? Yeah, Bateman, Hopgood, Nickera. That was a fun one too. I like that. Most urgent sell out of Cook and Moses. Cook misses the same amount of games as Moses in the next 5. So up to you. Lem is a keeper. I'm a Queensland. Hate the Broncos. I'm a Titan though. Okay, well that's fair enough. Hey bro, which 2 do I play from these 3? Nickera, IPAP, Lukey, Nickera and IPAP every day of the week. I'm a Queensland. Yeah, sorry. What do I do if I still have Cleary? Hold or sell? I think he's an easy one to sell in a tough week. So do it. Tell out to Ponga, BMM to Simcom, 7 trades left, 3,500 rank. Yes, love it. Is it okay to hold Hines, Johnson, Moses? It's exactly what I've got, so yes. Have you come to your senses and stopped supporting Golden State Warriors yet? Why would I do that? I am a Steph Curry lover. So won't be leaving that. It was very sad to see Bob Myers decide to leave. So that's going to hurt, but hopefully another good run to come. Thanks for all the help this year, mate. Currently sitting near the top 500 with 8 trades left. Yes, in a good position, Kelston Cowboy. How about them Denver Nuggets? That was hectic. I loved seeing them win. I'm glad that Jamal Murray at least celebrated with some tears when instead of what Nicola was doing for sure. What's the point? What's the point when the name Feinu start? What's the point? And we all know we'll get changed when they. Oh, what's the point of naming him to start? Yeah, who knows? Hey, who's winning the US Open in tennis or golf? What's we got? Last few Manly. I know someone who won't be happy with that comment. Yeah, my dad's a Manly supporter. He still didn't make me support them. So there you go. Playing head to head and sitting top 5K with 16 trades. Do I need to trade harder? Well, don't worry about your position in the overall comp. Worry about your position in your head to head comp. I want to sell my kids. Jesus Christ. Jokic should not care about winning. He really did care about winning. He just doesn't show that much emotion. You should have seen him celebrating. He celebrated that hard. He lost his cup. So who's a good swap for Eli Katoa? Depends what bloody price you got. To be honest, I've had all the options I've told you in the videos this week. If you have watched them, Daniel, I'd appreciate that. Should be plenty. What rank will you be happy with come end of the season? Top 100. I think I'll fall outside the top 100 this week, but that loss this week is going to allow me to be better for the rest of the season. I feel like if I traded too hard this next few weeks, I'd be in a position where I could eventually fall out of the top 100 and lose a few hundred ranks there. And so I want to be in a position where I can go really well in the back end. And in those last bunch of rounds, when everyone's struggling a little bit, then I'm going to be coming in and making sure that I'm trading correctly, not hitting and hoping with trades this week. All right, where's our Blues Clues? When you win second overall, what would be the first thing you would buy with the prize money? We get it. You're coming first, Booze. Bloody Nigel, we get it. Who's coming for him? Who's going to pick? Where's Vickery? Are you still in the chat? Can you beat him, please? Actually, I don't want Vickery to win. You just be like Boozy Clues. He comes out with some chat, but nothing like Vickery, that's for sure. The prize money. Hopefully, I come second overall in Supercoach. I think I'm in a better position this week. I'm in at like 1600. I've got 15 players available, so I think I'll be better there. Very cool, Aussie Frost. Watch me keep Talau through the whole season, facepalm. Feel like if I got no trades, is it worth it? Playing head to head, would you consider Ponga a keeper? Have Teddy, Manu, Buller, and Edwards currently. Yeah, that's great, man. One of them will probably, you can have Ponga as a backup half. One of them will probably get injured or something like that. What club do I support? North Queensland Cowboys, mate. Etre's left still like Burbos are worth holding him to go to Simkin. If you don't need a score this week, wait until round 18. Who would you trade out of Reynolds, Carrigan, and Tarpanay? Reynolds, Carrigan, Tarpanay. Tarpanay's scoring the worst, but Carrigan's the other option. We get 8 trades at start around 20, mate. All right, go the Cows. Your video's got me through the working week. That's very nice to hear, T-Banger. I'm glad that I can help in some way. All right. Yeah, that's what his trades are. Good work. Thoughts on Richie McCow's average if he played 13 for the Warriors? I reckon he'd be a 33er. I can't get Talau out here and option to play. How much do you think he predicted to score? 11 this week. Who would be your halves combo for New South Wales? As much as I love Nico, I wouldn't have picked him just for this game here. So I think Moses or Reynolds. I think Moses is actually in the form of his career, to be honest with you. The back end of last year was pretty good, but I think this year he is playing better. You can even see, obviously, in his fantasy scores that it's so much more consistent. And yes, I think he's able to impact a game, whether it's in try assists. Some years he can just go nuts with kick meters and tackles and stuff like that. But these days he's missing less tackles. The kicking meters and all that kind of stuff's the same, but he's scoring more tries. He's putting on more tries. I think he's organizing a team better with his long kicking game. So I definitely think he deserves it. And Hines will play at some point. I hope he does, and I'm sure he will. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Do you think Freddie should pick his team off fantasy scores? No, I don't think so. Who was the best player in your opinion that has never been fantasy relevant? Darren Lockyer? Not even close. Not even close. When I first started playing fantasy, it was in the back, few years of his career. But if you looked at his stats and stuff like that, it just never kind of jumped off the page. He wasn't a tackle, apart from when he was at fullback, he's not that tackle breaking, offloading type of guy. He sets things up, puts the team in good position, sets up tries, but obviously tries this aren't massive here. So yeah, watching cricket or the NRL tonight. I'll watch both, but yeah. Anyone else? Going Hines over 67 this week. Really tight season. I completely agree with that. Loving that. All this talk about this Patola character? He's been talked up a lot. He's got plenty of pedigree. The dogs seem to love him, and he's just been injured, so he's come back now. Got his first crack on the weekend, and he'll be back coming up. Ash's prediction. Should have watched the video, Burnsy. I predicted Australia to win 2-1 with a wet weather washout, and then a draw with a good pitch. Just like lots of runs there. All right, last couple. That might be the end of us, I reckon. Then I'll get set up. It's been 31 minutes. Good stuff. How good. Thanks for being here, guys. You're all legends. CP, how many mins are we looking at Lukey getting with Tamalolo back? I think 55 to 65. Anyway, there will be awesome for him. Who'd been your favourite fantasy player of all time in their prime? I did, actually, here's a good one for you. Gavin Cooper. For a couple of years there, he was amazing. Running off Thurston, so you'd own Gavin Cooper, Dallas Johnson, if you remember him, and Thurston. If you had those three, that was really, really cool. At one point there, who else did I love? Corey Parker was 100% the best. It's not even close. Mannering was hectic. Mannering is centre. Wow. Like Corey Parker, you couldn't go wrong. Goal kicking, big minute, middle that offloaded. Like every day of the week, locked and loaded. Corey Parker before Cameron Smith. But like Corey Parker's more, I really enjoyed watching Cam Smith, but Corey Parker, just those offloads. Corey Parker, the offloads and the goal kicking, he just always played big minutes. It was amazing. Let's see, Kane Williamson in form or Steve Smith junior form? Oh, in form. Smithy every day of the week. He's the best. His average is 60, man. Who's going to play in the grand final? Probably Panthers. I think Broncos will make it. I'm going to go Broncos and Panthers, to be honest. Much love from New Zealand, Jamie. Up the Black Caps. I do enjoy watching Williamson and their crew match. Who'd you trade over Carrigan and Tarpany? I think I'm done for questions, aren't I? I think flip a coin on that one. Corey Parker's 5, even though I hate the Broncos. Yeah, 100% Broncos supporter here. Good on you. Thank you, legends. I appreciate you being here. Plenty of is on here, and good luck tonight in this game. I hope that it's a low fantasy scoring one. I am sorry. Lukey to Fish Harris to buy. I wouldn't do Lukey to Fish Harris. Best of luck, Blues, and everyone else. See you later.